Here it is, guys, the last game of the night. It is actually going to be FH versus Exodus, rather than 2make versus Nala Secundus, because NS has forfeited due to issues with the Oceanic Realm, I think, or apparently two of their members haven't showed up. How's that for gameplay? Sweet. Anyway, FH versus Exodus. It's gonna be fun. Let's see what happens. Still getting used to all of these roster changes and all of these new people coming in. I don't know what they're thinking of banning, what they're thinking of picking. Nunu's always pretty popular. Blitz and Thresh still pretty damn popular. So is Jace for the ban. Hammer. Still recognizing a lot of targeted bans against teams like VGR, because it's just so obvious exactly what you can go for. But you have so many options with them, to be honest. See, there's the Nunu and Thresh ban. Twisted Fate coming out as well, so they're denying that mobility to Exodus. Will we be getting rid of the Nocturne as well, or will we be going for a... There's the Blitz, so they're getting rid of all the hook champions over on Exodus side. Sort of targeting generally, and they did notice the Draven from the last Exodus game. The absolute raw power that he had, as long as they were able to defend him. Too bad they weren't. And there's that last Jace ban out against FH. Wong's actually insta-locking in on the Jarvan, so denying that to Exodus. Picking it up himself. We still haven't seen any Lees, any Udyrs. Very, very interesting. There's an opportunity for a Maokai to come out here as well. It's all up in the air at this point. Are we going to be seeing a Vayne Misfortune or another strange use of Graves? Again, FH did very, very well last game, keeping their Graves farmed up. Ooh, Explosives picking himself up a Varus, so they've got a lot of harass available in their lane. Plus we see Shadow grabbing that Shin, not sure if it's going to grab top lane or if he's going to stay in that jungle position. FH can easily respond to this with something like a Leona. They could go for an all-in against that Varus and try and get aggressive against him. They could go for a Caitlyn as well to try and just outrange him, trying to outfarm the enemy. Ooh, and thinking of locking in as the very, very powerful, as we've all seen him rise. He's actually banned out the other game. Interesting pick to ban out, but still he's very, very strong, no matter what you do with him. Just build him tanky, build him mana. Tango Titty's actually picking himself up a Tauren there, a little bit of a moose, moo cow. Alistar maybe going in the jungle. I don't know what he's sitting there with reviving clarity for. I should actually put the summoner spell blocker on. I'm very silly. There's the summoner spell blocker. Don't blame me, blame society. Icesteel picking up the Lulu with the constant damage output poke and the shielding. That's going to be a very, very difficult lane to match up against. And if it's not Alistar in the jungle, I think it is going to be Jarvan in the jungle. If it is Alistar in that bot lane defending, he's going to have to get very up close and personal, which does damage him quite a lot with going up against Varus and Lulu. One drop more from Exodus, thinking of picking himself up a... Thinking of going for the Nidalee top lane, it looks like. Gets very powerful at level 6. Great poke beforehand, but still not always possible if you stay behind the minion lane. So maybe we're going to see someone up close and personal. Maybe a Wukong in the top. Maybe a Singed. And interesting, we're actually seeing Elite member pick up a Zerath, something pretty underused in the pro circuit in New Zealand. Great amount of range and poke, good utility in a team fight, but there's always Oriana. Quill actually locking in with the Israel, so it's going to be a very mobile lane in the bot lane for FH. Maybe they're just trying to outmaneuver them, I guess. I mean, if they can arcane shift out of Hail of Arrows, easy possibility. Once you see those 3 stacks on from Varus, you can pretty much arcane shift, and you can guarantee you're dodging his Hail of Arrows. Green Sky sticking on Cassidon, so a lot of mobility in the mid lane as well. Ooh, and this game is going to be another big jumpy game like we did see before. Good lockdown and isolation coming out from FH. They do have the Cataclysm on their side. They've got the Rune Prism, and if Quill can get right in there, he can devastate everyone. Knock him up, allowing Dango Teddy a perfect ult. There's sort of a mix of AoE and single target. It's a very good all-round composition to sort of deal with anything. Exodus, I think they're looking a bit more on the laning side. They've got great gank potential with Green Sky and Shadow, while they have good pushing potential in the bot lane with Lulu and Varus, Explosive and Ice Steel. Whereas top lane is great for laning in general, and she can be a terror if she does get fed early, and if she can continuously gank and then sort of troll people out by making them chase her. And now that we do have the delay remaining coming up, we can hint you guys in on some summoner spells. So it is going to be Rise mid with the teleport as we usually see. Great amount of power and utility there. They can easily bait in top and bot lane and let a Rise teleport in from behind, grab off the forget, I'm going to do the horse. Grab off a runic prison. A prismatic prison. I don't even know. You get off that rune prism. And they actually have a teleport sitting on Nidalee as well, which is interesting. I mean, that does mean they've got a lot of potential to transfer to different lanes. FH has less of that potential, but Exodus, they're going for a very heavy laning phase sort of team. And it does scale good into late game, because Shadow can, of course, split push on that Shen, and Ice Steel can protect anyone that she actually needs to, and they've got good sustain with the heal coming out from one drop. Moa, who will be focusing on that AP. One would think might go a little bit hybrid. Anyways, if you guys want me to do any shout-outs or give me a bit of conversation, I'm running out of juice. That's what I do after 3 games. I have no juice to sustain me. Running out of snowy juice. That's what happens during the delay period. Ah, so sad. But yeah, great lockdowns coming out from FH. Once they get into a team fight, Wongza can really isolate any targets that he needs to. It lets the Rune Prism get off easily from Aerial. In terms of damage output, they're both very, very split teams. A little bit more AP focused on FH's side, but from Exodus, it does look like the exact same kind of thing. AP coming from Green Sky, one drop Moa, and a little bit from Ice Steel. Explosive and Shadow being the main AD. The main AD is a bit stronger, I think, over on FH. The constant punishment from Dango on Ez, if he manages to get those shots off, pretty punishing. And Wongza with that Cataclysm. Dragon Strike, Demacia, standard combo. Very, very strong AD moves. Come on, delay remaining sitting 10 seconds. We're going to see who has the Patosta on the team. Who has Team Patosta? Come on, delay. I hate you. Let's go back to home and see what it is. So it is FH versus Exodus again. both these teams are changing up because Nala had to forfeit. And not here today. Had a bit of issues with the Oceanic server. Got a couple of teams pulling out. But everyone's going to have to switch eventually. We can't hide from it. Once, you see, everybody just started transferring their mains on, and then they didn't have ults, so we had to swap everything to Oceanic server, and now all the tournaments are Oceanic. Everybody's going to have to transfer to Oceanic, and then their friends are going to be Oceanic. You've got no choice. Just at least get an ult on here. That is your only choice. It's migrate or die. Yay, loading time. Anyway, it's TPA Israel with the potato. And not actually a bad potato at that. His toaster's doing fine. Not two potato. Only one potato. Actually, more potato is more power. Never mind. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't even know. Beautiful Scorched Earth Xerath skin. One of my favorite skins in the game. It just changes so much about him. So much. And I love how ADCs are going for this barrier war so much in the game. It's very, very deceptive. It's interesting to see where they plow those things out on. Damn, I need a duocaster. I need backups of backups to make sure people can't run away from my duos. Whoop! I got my cords tangled there. Loving the Arclight Varus. Loving it. What do you guys think Wonks is going to do? Sorry, Shadow's going to do with that split push Shen. He's got a lot of potential in that. They can poke very effectively as well. Varus has got great range. Nidalee's got great range. Kassadin can jump in and out of fights. They can. I'm pretty sure that they can very competently hold a turret there for a good amount of time. Anyway, Javan jungle. We've got Shadow in the jungle as well. Varus sitting ADC. Same with Iz. Go up one. Those supports, the mid laners. This is interesting. I think maybe it's going to be Xerath in the top lane. He is going for that flask. They're all going to mid right now, though. I'm guessing they chose Xerath as a little bit of a response to one drop mower. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, and they are actually thinking of going for the invade. And Wongsa might get caught out here. Yes, they do see the trap go down from one drop. Wongsa will not be able to get the slip up on him. The chat, I believe, will be spamming "I see you" in that very creepy voice. Are you the famous font? What? Know nothing of what's going on. They did ward down there to see if they can catch someone off guard. But it's not going to happen. Not today. What do we say to ganks? Not today. It is going to be that Doran's Blade start at the bot again. Nobody likes going sustain on their ADCs anymore. Nobody going for that long sword and pots. Just yeah, it's just not happening. Not in these tournaments.
Minions have spawned.
Interested to see where the aggression in the bot lane goes, because on one side, over on FH's side, you've got the aggression that comes with a head-on bull to the face, and then a whole lot of poking with Qs from Israel. But you do have the range from Explosive and Ice Steel, and the sustain with shields. But you do have sustain with the Roar from Alistar. To be honest, it's a very tough sort of thing. They may vie back and forth. If anything, I would give it a bit more to Explosive. I think Teddy and Quill might be letting Explosive and Ice Steel push a little bit more in their lane, because Dango Teddy's he very easily distance farms with his Q. He's got that opportunity on his. Blues start out for Shadow. Wondering what that was for. Maybe it was a retaliation to the invade. Maybe it was because he wants a quicker leash in the jungle. One drop getting very aggressive against Elite Moa. He's getting right behind that minion wave so we can throw spears more effectively. And it is going to be the ADC and support combo in the mid lane. So Quill and Dango Titties in the mid lane up against the Green Sky, who does have decent poke. So not sure how this is going to go, but they're going to push up this lane very, very hard. And of course Quill's the support, so he's got a whole bunch of wards with him. Very, very flamboyant little strategy there. This is going to be fun. Whoop, let me just show you a blank part of the map. Ooh, interesting. No. So it's pushing a lot down bot lane for Explosive and Ice Steel because they are up against Aerial. Interesting duo lane partner to be going up against. Would have thought Xerath a little bit more useful. To be honest, like Xerath, he could go down to the bot lane and then distance farm and distance destroy Explosive and Ice Steel. Oh, I'm not sure if I think he was spotted there. I think Wangzhe was sighted as he went past that bot lane. And with Ryze up in the top lane against One Drop Moa, he could definitely punish her when she got close, and that's what she wants to do, especially when she hits level 6. Especially. And yeah, it seems to be working out quite well for them. They have warded off very effectively in the mid lane for FH and that interesting combo coming in mid. There's been no reaction to it so far, so it means that it's sort of only the mid lane that's farming very well for FH at the moment. They're getting pushed pretty hard at the top and bot. There's ganking opportunities in that. Ooh, we do have a slight little one drop more, putting down a ward there, sighting on Jarvan, giving the warning for that mid lane, but of course they are way pushed up. It's interesting. Using that to get in. Maybe they're just forcing down this turret very quickly. He is coming into the lane. But bot turret's going down and seeding. Oh my god, it's 4 minutes 30 and that thing's nearly dead. Jesus Christ. Jesus. And it looks like they're going to try and retaliate by just focusing on that mid turret. Just trying to focus it down. They're not entirely succeeding in that front compared to the bot lane, but they are still doing quite well. Regardless, and yeah, that bot turret's going to be the first thing to go down. Aerial's not going to be able to farm that effectively. He needs to get that tier going, and he needs to get the stack started. But there's no opportunity in it. And Shadow actually transitioning to the mid lane, not ganking lanes as much because both of them are pushed up. Nobody needs him, so he can go and sit in lane if he wants to. Push that mid lane so they don't get that turret very quickly. And he does manage to grab Dango. Titty's actually managing to phase shift out, arcane shift out of that just before any punishment went down. Great reaction and good farming coming out from the Green Sky, sitting 23 to Israel's 31 in the lane, and compared to the 25 coming out from Aerial. Aerial and Israel. This is not going to get fun. This, yeah. Good amount of poke from him though, but we do see that transition from the bot lane to the mid. Explosive and Ice Steel got down that turret. Now they're like, we don't care about the lane, it's dead anyway. Let's go mid and push them out so they don't get a turret back. So this lane swap didn't quite go as planned. Well, I don't know, maybe their lane swap. I'm not sure about middle lane swaps. Do fill me in on this if you know a lot about mid lane swaps, but usually to me lane swaps mean trying to get the turret first or dealing with better lane matchups. And seeing as the lane matchups weren't quite in their favor there, or may not have been in their favor there, they may not have been going for they may have been going to try and get that turret down in the mid lane. In comes Jarvan for a tasty little gank though. Explosive and Ice Steel getting a bit too close to the enemy's turret to the bad side of the page, but it's they're not going to be able to follow up on it. Interestingly enough, the damage just wasn't there. No first blood going down just yet, but the farm ratio is going a little bit in Exodus's favor. Very interesting tactics. Poking everyone out so they don't go B. It looks like they've got 3 in the mid lane for Exodus, and they're just going to focus down this turret. Pure aggression, pure map control. Green Sky going to be focusing on a Rod of Ages himself, so they're going to be tanking up in that respect. There's Tear on Ryze finally, but I'm not sure how he's going to go for farming. He's very, very out of position. Somebody could easily come behind him. If they get a ward out from Green Sky, he doesn't actually have a ward on him, never mind. But if they do have a ward down there, they could see a teleport from One Drop, and they could see an ultimate from Shadow, who shouldn't be too far away from that level 6. He's sitting 5. Yeah, he's just a little bit away from that level 6. But once he gets there, he can really get behind that Ryze. Because he is just very far away from any kind of assistance, but he has that ward there to keep an eye on everything. Shadow has been doing as much as he can to help out his team. He has spent a lot of time in the mid lane, so he hasn't quite gone back and bought anything just yet. That's allowed him to get a level 6 a bit quicker though. Which he's very nearly at, I believe. No, I'm not sure if he's going to get it with this. No, he is not. One more camp and he should be there. And then he can start helping Green Sky a lot. But Green Sky is already on the uprising, sitting 44 to 42 and far. But he's going to continue. Oh, that was the first blood going down a head-to-head AP. Without that turret there, you've got a relentless assault from Green Sky. He had a lot of mana to sustain from his flasks, and I believe he may have leveled up just once there, and that provided him a little bit more mana from his all the arms from his catalyst. Oh my god, the aggression, the rushed attack from from Elite. Yes, he's gonna flash in there, get the ignite off. He didn't want to risk throwing out another one of his pokes. But he's going to grab that second blood of the day and maybe focus down the top turret. What is it sitting on? No, it's not actually going to go down. There's still got a good amount of aggression happening in the mid lane. Decent exchange, 500 gold difference. That is it between the teams. And here's Wongza trying to get aggressive once again. Level 6 on Shadow. He can retaliate to this mid if they get in trouble. Level 6 on Wongza. He does have his Cataclysm. Is he going to use it now, though? He got the knock-up, and he is throwing down the Cataclysm. Explosive does not have a flash just yet. He's going to get focused down, headbutted by Quill to safety or to death. Very much to death. He goes down, but Dango is looking in a bad way as well. Is it going to be ADC for ADC? It is, with Shadow throwing out a Vorpal Blade, flashing over the wall at the exact same time. That is what Ping does, people. Absolutely beautiful. But it was ADC for ADC in that exchange. Israel's now sitting 1-1 though, so he is up a little bit on gold, and he started out with a lot of aggressive AD, and there goes another kill to Green Sky. We're seeing a lot of very strong Cassidans coming into these 3 games in the points rounds number 5. Cassidans just getting very aggressive with this AP burst. In the meantime, seeing as they've captured that control of the entire map, sorry, the mid-half map, Exodus has managed to take down the first dragon. Sitting 2-3 in the game, and now they're up 500 once again. So nothing much has happened to that gold exchange. With that dragon, there's been a little bit better farming going on from FH's side. Just a little bit, which has kept them in the running. God, the power on Green Sky is phenomenal, sitting 2-0. He's just focused a little bit on AP with that Sorcerer's Shoes. Quill's looking to try and punish him, though. Oh, is he going to get knocked out by... Oh, no, the Green Sky tried to focus down Teddy. Quill didn't have his knock-up back by that time. He's trying to... Hardly any damage from Dango on that ultimate. Does not scale well with AD. Let me see. He did what? It's sitting there at 300. It's sitting here at like 400. It did nothing to Green Sky. I'm very confused. When I saw it go off, it just did absolutely nothing. Wait, that might mean... No, it's not. Never mind. No, it's not, Volf. I'm very sorry. Look at that beautiful fire. God, it's so pretty. I love this skin. So they're starting to use a bit more of Elite members' range and veracity, transferring it to different lanes. It does mean their top turret may go down. One Drop Mo is focusing on getting that thing down. Probably going to be using heals as soon as they can to get that attack speed. But Ariel going to be protecting the lane. But that mid, there's a lot of poke riding on it with Elite member in them. Not sure how long they're going to be able to hold this. They held it for a very long time. A valiantly long amount of time. That Rod of Age is not too far away on Green Sky. So he's just going to keep scaling better and better. Oh, here we go. They are thinking of an initiate. No, that ultimate from Varus did not go anywhere. Did not hit anyone. Bit of a preemptive strike from Exodus in that team fight. Asia's going to be coming out pretty soon from Jarvan to try and mitigate all the damage coming from Exodus, especially from Green Sky. And there's the flash in from the Green Sky. The ult actually went off from Icy Lads onto Green Sky, protecting him a little bit more. Elite member may go down from this engage. The Igniter's on him. Down he goes. Actually, no, Rise picked up that kill against with the Ignite on Green Sky. Sorry, that was entirely different. I did miss that. The flash going in from Shadow, trying to get a jump on. Sorry, trying to get a Shadow dash onto the rest of FH. Didn't go quite as planned either. 3-3, and the gold advantage is now slightly in FH's favor. Very, very close game. And Varus is going to be starting himself out with a tasty little Blade of the Ruined King. If he can get at it, which if any indication is, he's got a decent chance of. He's farmed very, very well this game. Even if that is considered. Oh my god, that burst from Elite member just instantly taking down Lulu, of course, with that ultimate down from using it on Green Sky. No chance at all. That is a very scary Xerath. Poking out the lanes, great protection from Quill. I think Quill is doing quite well to show presence for his team, to show power and prevalence for his team. He's right in their face. He can deal with anyone trying to jump in at his team, while the rest of them just poke from afar. So when he gets in, he pushes them right back out. He knocks them right back up. There's that sneaky little poke from Elite. Straight out Bloodthirster coming out from Israel. He's focusing on burst here, not going blue Israel build, or at least not yet. And let me see, that tier is going actually decently well for Rise now that he's changed lanes. He hasn't had to deal with that duo. And Shadow managed to grab Quill, who does flash away, but Shadow doesn't have the same privilege. There he goes, the ult on him, he flashes as well. Very nearly getting taken down. Oh my god, that Israel shot just completely destroying him there. Perfectly placed. Perfectly timed. Great kill from Israel, sitting 5-3 now, an advantage to FH, and they've now got the poke and the muscle to take down the start by sheer force. That is the one-up one team needed to do to get that advantage, and Ariel very, very easily keeping that top turret alive, keeping one drop mower away. That is what I mean. Landing with landing with Nidalee against Rise. Rise does have that upper hand because she needs to get up close and personal up to when she gets to level 6, and that poke isn't quite as effective because of his tankiness against her. It's not as I mean, he's not as AP resilient as he usually is AD with something like a Silver Hard. And he's grabbed himself a Rod of Ages early game actually, so a lot of health to deal with. And there's that CC from Quill and the burst from Elite member, getting themselves another kill. I'm sorry, the rest of Exodus, they cannot be roaming around alone. They had a very good start to the game, purely because of the lane troubles that FH were having. But now they're dealing with a very, very powerful roaming Xerath. Some great range, some great bursts from Green Sky as well, come to think of it. Is he going to be able to chase out Ariel with this? No, it looks like they're sitting very, very even on their damage. He's going to go for the kill anyway. He manages it just before the turret. One would have wondered, would he have jumped on that turret if Rise had gone that little bit further? So, oh god, my voice. Yeah, I know. So much burst from Green Sky going down.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh my god. Yep, heaps real Shen jungle.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
There's another pitiful ult from Israel. That's what I mean. It's really weird. There's no damage seen to be taken from Green Sky. He's very, very resilient. He got a lot of levels on people, and then he built up quite a bit of health with the Rod of Ages. Must have got a bit of armor in his runes. Sitting up at 65. Just maybe. Or his masteries. Who knows? Who the hell knows? 6-4, it's going now a little bit more in favor to FH. Exodus have actually gotten down all of the outer turrets, so that's just that mid one. Sorry, that bottom one surviving actually for Exodus. They don't have that kind of control. Oh no, Elite Member might be. Oh no, the burst does not quite go down in time. Damn it, the Rift Walk managed to get Green Sky to safety just before the burst went down. Not that time though. Just stayed a little bit going forward instead of side to side for avoiding those long distance bursts from Elite. Look at that, just a little bit of poke and it takes Quill down to half health. That means they can easily focus down the biggest presence sitting on FH's team at the moment. Oh my god, all of these assassinations coming out from Green Sky are intense. Jumping over the walls, following up with the rest of his team, perfectly placed. Little bit of an interesting ult from Israel there, but he did manage to get that kill initially with Exodus Shadow there.
Red team's turret.
Did go very well, and there's that bot turret gone down, so it is now 3-3 to turrets. Gold difference only sitting 2k, and only one kill in difference going to FH, so it is really either way very, very close teams, both mechanically and in team play. But if Wongza found a stray explosive, is he going to try and force him out of lane? Does he actually? He's got a bunch of things available. He can barrier if he wants to. In comes Green Sky. Wongza, you stayed in there just too long. Explosive baiting for the win. Complete and utter bait. One drop Mo actually picking up the kill very sneakily. Do not stay in enemy territory if they continue to fight. And the ultimate backup for Explosive now, getting into a team fight, could be a cinch. But now it's barely even 1k difference in gold. Look at this burst from Elite Member, absolutely devastating. Again, it's still very equal. There's no way that one team could well, there are ways that one team can overpower the other. It's very much an assassination that's going on. That's keeping Exodus in play. FH, I think, have a little bit more power to out-tank with Quill and Aerial and Wongza, and a great deal of artillery from Elite Member and Dango. But a lot of CC coming down from Exodus as well, with the ultimate from Explosive. Varus is starting to get very happy. His attack speed is looking healthy with that Blade of the Ruin King. Looks now like he's going for a last whisper with the cages. Sorry, with the mining pick, with the pickaxe. Sorry, and the longsword, picking up on the ADC. Runic Bulwark already finished actually for Wongza, so they've got a lot of resist going down on their team. Nearly finished out for Shen there. Map controls looking pretty even as well. There's nothing that one team really have over the other at this point. All they have to do is catch each other out and try and go from there. And Wongs are very aggressive against Ice Steel Aids. It was a 3v4. They didn't choose to go in on it. They're going to continue pushing that mid lane. Shen, however, is split pushing. This could spell doom for FH. Shen split pushing, and he's got his ultimate up. So if they get into a fight right now, Shen can be right by their side. And Aerial could as well. He's sitting there with teleport. So I guess that's their approach to it. If one goes in, so does the other. But if there are no minions around, if there are no wards, what are they going to do then? They're just going to deal with the Shen. But it is very back and forth. One drop more, I think, you know, he's sitting there with he doesn't have a teleport up yet, but he could also be sitting at bot lane, farming from there, trying to bait out a team fight in mid and then have that double teleport coming in. That would be kind of cool. Dragon potentially, yeah, Dragon just coming back up now. So they're thinking of taking that down. There's no side here for Exodus. So they are sticking it down now. They do know what's going on, regardless. Oh, there we go. FH going to completely deny that warning, force a fight coming up. But there's a lot of burst and poke coming out from Exodus, and Quill has been caught completely out. He flashes to try and get away. He has been polymorphed. The onslaught is going, and Elite Member is caught out as well. Does he have his flash available? Yes, he certainly does, and he's going to use it. But Green Sky has his own flash. It's an ultimate, and it continues going on and on and on. There he goes. The damage came out. One drop Moa came in from behind and manages to spear his ass. That came out so wrong. I don't even want to begin. But you can't deny. It's exactly what happened. Down goes Dragon. A valiant effort to try and steal that from Dango. But a 2-for-0 exchange, and a Dragon is putting Exodus back on top. They're now 1k up ahead as well, and they're going to start pushing lanes. They've got Green Sky up there as well. And mid's decently pushed, so they're going to start getting back control. Are they sitting with wards? They do have a couple of wards. Ooh, what's happening with the pause? What is going on? Here we go. Ooh, apparently people are all over the toilet. Let me just close that. Maybe, bye-bye. See ya. So there's a bit of magic resist coming out now from Ariel. It looks like he is going to be building into a Banshees himself, which will really, really help out, especially against Green Sky. But there is a lot of poke coming out from Exodus, so there are a lot of ways to get rid of that Banshees. But it's still a lot of resist, and it's still quite a bit of mana as well, building up for Rise. So we can just get tankier and tankier. Shen, I believe, will be nearly done with that Aegis pretty damn soon. Cage's pick sitting on he's sitting on Ice Steel. Exodus are actually looking pretty damn good in this respect. They've got the assassins doing exactly what they need to do, and they've got the ones that need to be farmed up. They've got that 5-1 sitting on Green Sky. That's helped them out a lot. It is a bit of a gold sink, but Varus has farmed up just enough, and he's got enough assists from Green Sky to push him that much farther ahead of Israel, who is focused on that Bloodthirster, and now focusing. I mean, they're both going Last Whisper now. 1200 floated on Israel, 1400. Look at that difference, 73 to 77. So it's not that high, to be honest. These guys are just so damn close. But Exodus are just getting all the executions they need. They're getting Green Sky to assassinate people. And he's doing decent to initiate as well, but they did make the mistake of doing that before, thinking Green Sky was that bit too much powerful. He void walked in, that ult went out from Ice Seal, but it was still the end of him. He was just way too out of ice. Don't do it over a wall. Your team will not be able to help you. Hello Archangel, how's it going? Hello Blue Smoke. Mr. Blue Smoke to me. That's what it is. Damn it, pauses! I had this dream that when the Oceanic server came out this wouldn't happen. Turns out no. People still urinate. People still go to the toilet. What is this? What has the world come to? Okay, thank you. Okay, I shouldn't have turned that back on. I thought they were saying ready? But it turns out that Wong, so no, never mind. They were just elaborating on the toilet. Okay. What much more can I say about this game? Right now, the jungle is going a little bit more in favor of Exodus. They've got that little bit of map control that they gained from getting Dragon and from getting those 2 kills up from the last fight. And they're now moving in. They've got a little bit of wing going on there. They can probably have a decent amount of control. Good one, Doomflipper. Not going to repeat that, but good one, buddy. I see what you did there. Very smart. I love it when the pauses go down and you can just see all the spells completely spazzing out. Look at this one, just taking it just once. It wants so badly to refresh. That's a buff. Never mind. That wants so badly to piss off. That's what it wants. Okay, never mind. Are they calling ready or are they saying poo again? Yeah, he's saying maybe he drowned. Okay. It's just gonna go on and on and on. I still think there's a lot riding on FH. They have really great poke with Zeroth, and they've got a lot of resist. They're actually reacting a lot better to Exodus. Exodus are sort of, they've got that head up, and they're building a little bit more damage. There's quite a lot of pure damage on them. But for FH, they've got quite a lot of magic resist now with Rise, who will also probably be building a bit more into armor afterwards with potentially a Frozen Heart or something like that, something of that nature. Or even a Randuin's has a bit of mana itself. And they do have that Runic Bulwark, so they've got a little bit of staying power. Just enough to potentially deal with a team fight. Their biggest issue is not being able to initiate outside of Green Sky doing it for them. If Green Sky catches them off guard, they all get freaked out, they start running, they can't deal with them, they need to converge on them more. Or potentially maybe it's just moving around as much more as a team, but it's just Green Sky that's caught them out of position. He knows where they are, he knows what they're doing. The only reaction FH can really have for that is teaming up. Is he drowning more? Is he gone? I am a mermaid, thank you very much, says Ariel. Ariel the little mermaid. Ariel the little rise. That is one horrific mermaid. Ooh. How about no? Zeroth, I think, will be building onto his Zonias from here. He may actually go Rabadons, considering he's been keeping himself pretty safe. He's only on one death, and he's extremely ranged. He's the artillery piece. If he goes for more damage, that could do great for his team. But if he goes for the Zonias, he can also act as a target. But he's not the kind of person that wants to be a target because he can't come out of that Zonias and do much else. If the enemy's too close to him, he's very, very much a sitting duck when he gets out of that. Especially if he wants to go into Locus and deal some serious damage. I heard that they were changing him actually, so that his ultimate was changed to Locus, and they may have abolished Arcane Barrage. I heard that somewhere. I can't quite remember. Do correct me if I'm wrong. Is there more drowning going on? I don't even. Oh, Ned, come on. 5 for 1. Yeah, okay. That's the kind of thing that you need to take a break for. Question is half an hour long enough? I'm just not going to turn that chat back on. I keep thinking they're saying ready. I'm just not going to do it. It's not worth it. Here we go. Let's do this. No. Right back paused. Fuck it. Screw it all. I don't care. Not anymore. What? Ugh. Fine. Why did I turn it back on? Why did I do it? I just want to know what's going on. But it's endless toilet humor. Okay, pushing. Finally, game's back on. Exodus going to be moving in. Yeah, language, Sushi. Language. Don't worry, I will take care of the recording and bleep it out. Full love for all. But yeah, I should watch that a little bit closely. We last year we were very chillax on that kind of thing, but we are sort of cracking down on it a bit more. I tend not to. I tend not to. In stream. A little bit too much in real life. But hey, you can't blame me. They were already saying that in the game. I couldn't help myself. I'm influenced by society. The League of Societies. No, it's not okay. It is not okay, Sushi. I cannot be excused. Gonna go sit in the sad corner. Wow! Okay. Green Sky's really trying to get up and aggressive against Elite Member, and he kind of can if nobody's protecting him. Elite Member is very much relying on his range right now. But if anyone gets up close and personal, he's not a happy chappy. How long until Dragon comes back? Did anyone put down a timer? Maybe? Definitely sushi. That's what I believe anyway. What am I, I'm sitting here talking to myself. Come on. All right, ADC's looking very, very heavy for explosive. He's looking to go very well. He's got the attack speed. He's got the damage he can follow up with, especially with his AOE on. Oh, is he going to go Hurricane though? A lot of Arises choose not to because they like that single target damage. They like that control, and it does. You know, it is a lot more damage headed to them, depending on how they use it. And from this point on, there's a lot of mobility and a lot of barraging coming out from FH, so it doesn't benefit them too much. Not too much. Cheers for that blue smoke. Get out my fishing rod. Now everybody who watches this recording is thinking I'm going to be talking about something else when I say fishing rod. I'm going to leave them wondering. Oh yes, incredibly happy, incredibly laugh all over the place. It does look like FH want to get up close and aggressive. No, they don't have the chance. There's just way too much AoE, way too much response, way too much poke from Exodus. They can so easily hold a fortified position, hold a turret. If they team up though, will they be able to handle it? They have got a bunch of, I mean their poke is great, they have got a bunch of squishies. They do have Ice Steel to deal with any squishies though. But there's a lot of resist coming out from FH, and they love people who get up close and personal to them, except for Xerath of course. But as long as Qui has control over the fight, and as long as Ariel is mitigating damage with his Banshees, they're looking to be good in a team fight. We do have the split push going down from good old Shen there, as well from Jarvan, but Jarvan can't really split push. He's doing it, but he's got nowhere to get back into the fight. Shen does, and that's leaving his team pretty happy to come and push up. Push up into the mid lane. There we go, Kindle Gems out on the supports now. Let's see some Shurelya's, people. So many games just don't go as far as Shurelya's anymore. But these are very, very close teams. I can imagine seeing it. Gonna leave him wanting more. There's the... how's that tier actually going? It is fully stacked up on Rise now. I'm wondering if he's going to go Archangel for the burst or if he's going to go Sustain damage. They actually managed to catch out Ariel. See, that resisted almost nothing. Turned around the last second there. I wonder if he could have gotten away. But he definitely just gave up at that point. 6-9 now in the game. Exodus still pretty much on top. Good amount of map control, good response, and they have the split pushing power. I think that's what's really helping them. They are sort of baiting out FH, either split pushing themselves to deal with the inevitable split push, or and leaving them out of a fight, or forcing them to converge together and trying to make use of what's happening with the split push, trying to make use of their time while Shadow is not available. We need someone to respond to this. Last game of the night. By the way, stream off right after this. Come on, where's the control? Where's the converging? Where are those team fights? It's just Exodus sort of taking control of every element in the game. This is how you isolate your targets. This is how you play the old CLG. The old, let's wait till they starve to death. As opposed to the very straightforward, let's kill them. But they don't know if that's going to work right now, because it is very head-to-head. It is very equal. Oh no, Quill is completely caught out. The rest of the team is going to jump on them entirely. They may be able to get Jarvan. No, he is going to try and flash out of there and fuck it. Oh no, he cataclysms into the battle. Manages to get taken down. Nobody down on Exodus' side just yet. They're trying to poke everyone down from FH. And vice versa. They did disengage decently from that and nearly managed to get down Ice Steel. It was fairly equal. See, this is why the back and forth happens. They do manage to catch everyone off guard. but there are just so many disengages from both teams, so many good responses. It's going to be another Dragon coming out from Exodus, because eventually, with the map control that Exodus has, they're going to be able to out-farm FH. Out-control them completely. A lot of farm coming in the top lane for Wongza right now. He's going to be able to pick that up, and he does. He has finished off his Bulwarkers. Oh, sorry, he had that ages ago. I'm talking about Ice Shadow getting that ages. Going to be building into a Bulwark soon. Responding in kind. In terms of warding, it's very much on Exodus' side of the map. Got control of a bit of their own and a bit of the enemy's jungle. Green Skies is that you can tell right now the Green Sky is starting to drop off a little bit as AP's doing a little bit less to Aerial from all of the magic resist in his wake. He's able to do less damage when catching people out. A little bit more prone to getting kills. Once he gets that Rabadons, he's sort of up to his prime. He's got 2 more slots after. Depending on what he goes for, who knows. Oh, nearly gets caught out of position. There was no mage chains on him, so he didn't get that stun. Very nearly caught out, though. There's the initiate from Wongza. Is he going to maintain it? If he does, there's the Cataclysm, but everybody else is jumping on him. Well, yeah, he certainly got out of there very quickly. Explosive just jumped straight out of there. Wongza took a bit of a dive. Oh no, Quill is down. He stayed a bit too far up on his team. It is now 5v4, and Wongza's not looking to flash. Great disengages, but they can easily get this mid turret now if they wanted to go in. And there's enough money, I believe. Oh, 645, nearly enough money for Exodus Shadow to finish off his Bulwark, which will put them up just that much higher, especially against the poke from Elite Member. Yet they're just continuously poking down this turret. Will they get it though? Down goes the ultimate from Shadow. That poke is nominal. And they weren't able to take down the turret though. There's still a lot of sieging going on from FH. They can still control battles that way. Yeah, right now the rest of Exodus are just a bit too low to respond to anything that FH can do. They have to go back if they want to siege this turret. If they want to maintain it, there's only... oh no, they managed to catch Seal out completely! Oh, Dragon Strike Demacian static completely OP, but we had Aerial jumping in there with the Rune Prism as well. Just a bit unlucky for Ice Steel. You want to walk out of those situations. You do not want to be when they're on the hunt, when they're moving in mid. Oh, an Elite Member's got Locus of Power. Green Sky to try to take advantage of that and destroy him. Ice Shadow's in there as well. They aren't able to focus him down. Ice Shadow's trying to grab him at the back lane. He's being completely destroyed. So did Green Sky. And Shadow's going to try and lead them away while they get a lot of poke on from Nidalee and Explosive. And Varus come to think of it, and Quill will go down to that exchange. It was a 2-for-2. It is such a back and forth. There is no definitive answer to these fights. They sieged it decently. They could have walked. Actually, it was sort of a 3-for-2. They did manage to get Ice Steel down as well on FH's side. Way too many plays happening. In goes Wongza. He's trying to focus. Oh no, Ice Shadow getting the heal on by Dropmate. Heals way too OP. Did manage to dash on a Wongza. Is it going to be enough to take him down? Certainly not. They didn't stay in on that. No mana from Explosive. Even less from Shadow, considering he's got no mana whatsoever. Anyway. And it is Shurelya's out now for both the supports. Yee! I miss Shurelya's. But now they're back. They're back and they're very happy. Yay, Shurelya's. Let's just see them get used now. Nidalee turned that into a Seraph's Embrace. Turned a tear into a Seraph's Embrace. What do we see from Rise. He has grabbed himself up a blasting one, maybe going into an Abyssal, maybe going into an Archangel's, just so he can use the AoE to burst down in team fights, as opposed to focus on his autos with that mana immune. More mana, come to think of it. Oh, now it's a bit of a tricky... is it going to be a tricky blue skill from... no, there was no blue there for him to grab. Random pot shots from Elite member. And those do not provide sight, by the way. That did not show sight there. Or it did not seem to. From what I saw. What is that red buff? Hilarious. Alright, Explosive has picked himself up an Infinity Edge, so he's looking very, very far along the ADC tree. Rest of FH are teaming up to converge in the jungle. They're trying to isolate targets, and they really can. There's a flash, Rune Prism, and then they're moving in with the Demacian Standard Dragon Strike for Explosive. They're trying to get down the ADC. In comes the rest of Exodus. They managed to take down Green Sky just a bit out of position. In goes the Cataclysm from Wongsa to completely separate the team. Once again, they managed to pick up Explosive in the middle of that Cataclysm. Very well played from FH. Exodus sort of had the right idea, but they isolated themselves a little bit too much. They jumped in there with Green Sky, he sacrificed himself, and then that Cataclysm did just the same thing, kept the rest of Exodus apart, isolated Explosive, managed to get him down with a bit of AoE as well. Bit of tricks up their sleeves. Now they can focus down this turret, they can do exactly what Exodus was doing to them before. This is a bit of a comeback. Are they going to continue on? I don't know, Xerath is pretty much like, yeah, I got this. There's no one behind you, buddy. There you go. Bugger off. Now the gold farm sitting almost dead equal once again in the game, as well as the map control. 4 turrets either side, the exact same places destroyed. I think the split pushing from Exodus gives them a bit of an edge. And now the gold advantage is almost nothing. 300 gold apart, 400 and counting. Absolutely nothing. But yeah, I would just be giving that split push to Shadow as long as he keeps it up, or that Baron, because they very much have the map control with wards, and now with presence at the current time. Are they going to go for it? No one's pinging, no one's saying anything, no one's giving anything away. Shout out to Z Callants calling the next level plays. Even if I said that right, or she Callants. I don't even know. Exotic kind of name right there. Ooh, FH, do not get caught out 1-for-1 right now. Do not get caught out 1v5. That will not end happy. Sight's picking up a little bit more for FH. They're dealing with that map a bit more effectively. Will this turn into an Oracle's Elixir War? By the way, Liquidance, Liquid Ace, this is on the Oceanic server. Everything from CoG has been forced to transfer over because as soon as that server came out, everybody transferred their mains. Even me, I'm a bit guilty of that. But and I could I don't really mind. I could easily cast on NA. I've got some sub accounts. But yeah, what up, Pyroleech? How'd it going? Apparently somebody's doing something again. What's going on? Oh, Xerath dealing with the lag. What is he lagging on? Honestly, like what is lag in the Oceanic server today? 100 ping. I have actually heard a couple of people in Australia and New Zealand with certain ISPs. To be honest, I'm on the same ISPs as a bunch of them. I don't have problems, but apparently there still are lag issues. I mean, this is still in beta. Technically, the Oceanic realm is still in beta, and there are a bunch of problems. Sometimes people get 1033 armor and magic resist. Sometimes there's just a bit too much ping. Apparently, Pyroleech calling 600 ping spikes earlier today. I feel like a weatherman now. Monday is going to lead with 600 lag spikes. Plus ping lag spikes. Over in the Oceanic region. Global lag predictions. Could that even be a thing? How would you predict lag spikes? Come on, 10:13. Don't want any more pauses. We've nearly had 10 minutes of pause. League of pauses. How much do you guys like? There's the telephone again. Somebody better get that. Whoever it is, it's not going to be me. There we go. Everybody good. Timo showers later calls Stone Flipper. 600 plus ping spikes and Timo showers. Can't tell if he means it's going to be raining Timo or if he's a bit of a perv. Alright, Exodus, let's see what you guys can do. Both teams, I believe, have warded up at Baron. They know exactly what's going on. A bit more side advantage right now to Exodus. They can converge on this if they choose the right time. There's that Oracle's Elixir. Sitting on Wongza, he's taken out all the wards. Oh, he may get this one as well. He spotted it. It's down. Sad to see that Vision ward go earlier. Earlier than needed in case. And there's even more tanking up coming from Wongza. He's dealing with all of the ability power coming out from Green Sky, and a bit from one drop more. Got himself a little bit of a Hex Drinker there. Such versatile team comps, to be honest. Hey, there's Pyro Leech. What's up, buddy? Yeah, it's a very long, drawn-out game. We're just waiting for one team to make a mistake. Both of these teams, I mean, like, they've been making very, very tiny mistakes, but as soon as they see that mistake, they get the hell out of there. That's what's keeping both teams alive. They're like, okay, that just died. Let's run. Let's not do this. Let's siege at a turret, because both of them can siege very well. They've got the ability to drop minions incredibly quickly, and they've got the ability to fire from afar. It's sort of like one drop mower up against Elite Member. A lot of burst coming from Aerial at the moment. Great amount of AoE as well. Ooh, both teams are very split up. The ultimate is available on Ice Shadow, but will he need it? There's enough damage coming out from Green Sky to pull off that top lane. They may just be able to focus down this turret, though. There's only Quill there to defend it. Elite Member trying to barrage from afar, and he does manage to achieve it. Thought they were going to go in for a second there. No chance, though. Interesting sort of split push mechanic. They have the teleport and the Stand United up at the bot lane, so it looks like Shadow and Dropmower are trying to bait out a team fight at the top lane, but it is 4 at the top and 1 down the bot. Looks like Aerial's trying to sustain the siege himself, and he's doing pretty damn well. There's a lot of poke coming out from Shadow and Dropmower. Sorry, a lot of poke coming out from Moa, a lot of control coming out from Shadow, but not as much in terms of turret damage, not as much in terms of auto that they can get up and really do some damage with. So Aerial able to hold that off. Definitely the tactic that they want to go for, and this is why I'm saying Exodus have that one-up advantage. They can split push as much as they like and still be in team fights. Oh my god, Explosive may just have this. He flashes in to try and grab Aerial. He does have those 3 stacks on him, but he doesn't have any more shots left. Oh, there we go. He did just fire out a blinding quiver. He is going down! Now that Quill comes in to clean up the mess, completely locking everyone down. We did see the defense coming in from Ice Shadow, but it doesn't look like it's going to make a blind bit of difference. Everything is going FH's way right now. Oh, the split push tactic not going anywhere. What happened just then? Elite Member bursting down Ice Steel, not even using his ult either. That is going to spell one tasty Baron for FH. Can Exodus... Oh, well, no, my voice is just going to split. Can Exodus take this? They have their jungler up. Ice Shadow can jump in there. Sorry, Shadow Rather can jump in there. He went way too early. I don't know if they had sight or not. But he had to flash out again as well. Is he going to stay in? I don't know if he has any sight at all for this. I could check. He has no sight. He doesn't know what's going on. Oh my god. He keeps on trying to guess. Is he going to be able to steal it out? No! They take him down. They take Baron as well. They're going to be able to move in. Will they be able to do what they need and finish off the game with this one? They could get a turret. 60 seconds for Shadow to come back up. Pushing in as a team. They're a bit down on mana. No, they won't be able to move in on it, but we'll be able to widen that gold gap that they've just now created. Damn it, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do much with this Baron buff at all. This may still be a stale play. There's still not that much gold difference between teams. But now they haven't been as confident trying to move up as a team because of that split push potential from Exodus. But they might just take the chance now. My god. I can usually sort of see what way is swaying for team fights, but I have no idea what's going on right now. Couldn't even hazard a guess. Both teams have great siege, both teams have great reaction to whatever goes on. It's a bit more all in for FH, I do say. And there's that split push for Exodus. And sorry, Pyro Leech, this is, I put the stream down so everyone could watch it. Hopefully it's a lot easier for everyone to watch. But I was sitting up at 7:20 and everyone was going, it's lagging. New Zealand isn't it OP, man. Here we go in Great Sky actually managing to Zonya's that out, try to focus down Dango Teddy, but it doesn't look like, oh, he does get the ultimate down from Ice Shadow. They're going to try and move in on this. Baron buff completely pushing Exodus out of that fight. Way too much burst damage and AoE coming from Elite Member right there. (14-14). FH are going to converge on this turret. They're going to see if they can get it. They've got the damage output. Do they have the tankiness to survive? That ultimate initiate from Explosive is not available. Neither is the ult from Ice Shadow. We are seeing the damage goes off. The initiate did go off. There's the Cataclysm out from Wongza. He jumps out of there. He can't sustain. And in comes the damage from Green Sky. He follows up very nicely. The ultimate as well from Ice Steel, trying to keep everyone away. The pure damage difference from FH with that Baron buff is really showing. They went 3 for 1 in that fight. Everything focused on Wongza, and the rest of the team just cleaned right up after that Cataclysm went down. I think this could be game. I think FH have just taken it away. For the last game of the match, they did focus down Green Sky there again as well. There is nothing Exodus can do. FH have taken it away. That was an absolutely amazing game. Oh my god. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Company of Gamers Online Points Rounds, League of Legends 2013 season, blah, 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 number 5. All the season's points will be tabulated at the end of tonight. We'll show them up on the brackets at barcraft.net.nz. You can follow up with everything right there. Thanks for joining in. It's been an awesome night. I like these games. Congratulations, FH.